by the way. Meanwhile, these companies have gotten so big and so powerful. I'm talking social media companies, Google, Amazon, Facebook. And so now they're in the crosshairs of the U.S. government, not only because of the power and their size, but also because of this talk and speculation and, in some cases, evidence that they are censoring conservative conversation. Your thoughts?
Well, I think the people who run Facebook and the people who run Google, there are a lot of very young engineers. I mean, I think Silicon Valley is in California. California is a politically progressive place. And I think to some degree these companies are responding in a way their employees the employees prefer them to respond. The employees want to work, want Google to do progressive things. Facebook wants Facebook to do progressive things. If progressive things, Apple employees want to do progressive things, the majority of things. When Apple refused to unlock the phone of terrorists who had committed mass murder,
San Bernardino,
and said those people are entitled to privacy, and Apple will decide if the phone's going to be locked or unlocked. Apple, not the courts, not our courts, but Apple would make that decision, is just bizarre. I mean, it shows the political distortions that can exist in some of these companies. I think we live in a democracy. If I don't like our government, I can vote for somebody else. We have a choice.
That's the way it works.
We can pick a very progressive government. We had a very progressive government under Barack Obama. When Barack Obama was president of the United States, I'm still on Team USA. That's my team. Our captain is progressive. Great. I think it's very important that our democratic capitalist system win the battle, win this competition with China. We don't want to. We don't want to find ourselves in second place.
So you're comfortable with the foreign policy out of this administration as well. I know that you've been a big supporter of Israel. Were you happy with the president's decision to move the embassy?
I was, and I understand that that's a very controversial decision. The interesting thing was almost every candidate, including Barack Obama, and Bill Clinton, promised to move the embassy from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. They just didn't do it. In this case, the promise was kept. But anyway, regardless of which president moved it, I'm very glad to see that our embassy is now in the capital of Israel.
With your great success, you've also become a great philanthropist. Talk to us about what drives your giving. You've done much for education, for cancer research. I love what you're doing on wellness. What drives these decisions? Are these things that are just important to you, or you, like, for example, wellness?
Well, health and making, really, I have a foundation, a charitable foundation, where one of the slogans is cures, not care. In other words, we spend a huge amount of money caring for people who are ill rather than preventing the illnesses, supporting wellness. The money is much better spent. People are much happier not in hospital, healthy, home with their families, and that we should have programs that support wellness as opposed to, hey, we have to care for people who are sick. There'll be a lot fewer people sick if we focus on wellness. There'll be a lot fewer people sick if we focus on drug discovery and find cures for some of these terrible diseases.
And a moment ago, you said, if I had to do it again, I would choose biotech.
I choose biotech. So,
tell me about that.
Well, I think this is where you're going to see the most dramatic changes and dramatic new technologies being developed will be in biotech. You will see most of the common diseases, including lots and lots of cancers, are becoming much more manageable than they ever were. Cancer is not a disease, it's a family of diseases. A family of diseases of the DNA. And we're getting better and better at managing these things and even curing them. And I think you'll see lots and lots of diseases disappear over the next 25 years. Aging will be managed much better than it's been managed. that people maybe that people say, well, gee, you think people live forever? I have no idea, but as they get older, they'll be much healthier, and they'll enjoy their lives for a longer period of time. So while we're around, we'll have much longer periods of health in our later years than we have right now, and all of this is very important. I also focus on the very young, on education. If we're going to bring improvements to the economy in Africa, we just have to do two things. We have to do a better job of feeding the kids so they're not hungry, and you got to do a better job of educating the kids. So the combination of nutrition and education in places like rural India and rural Africa those are the two primary focuses of my philanthropic foundation.